Uh-oh. This is a recording of a live stream. It may contain bloopers and frequent distractions. The audio and video quality may vary. Thank you for your understanding, and please enjoy.
No, don't start recording. Fuck.
No, yes.
Alrighty. Welcome back to There Be Dragons, Curse of Strahd Barovian Nights. Last time on Dungeons and Dragons, the party had lost access to their heroic paladin friend as he was swallowed up by the strange and mysterious mists. Standing on a crossroads, a fork actually, that leads to their intended destination, were an old windmill that seems to be familiar to them. They chose the windmill. Walking up, they were harassed by a raven, who flew off in the direction of Vallaki once they pressed forward. Once they got inside the windmill, they met an old, decrepit lady named Granny Momo. She offered them shelter and food, if only they would go out and get her a cauldron she needed. It was left at an old wise woman's house. Once there, they were beset upon by strange, mud-caked barbarians who wielded strange magics unknown to most of them. Driving off and killing these vicious attackers, they found a raven lashed to a wooden shield and freed her before realizing that this raven, with an emerald green beak, can talk. Introducing herself as Jenny, this raven told them that there is an evil hag that lives up the hill from her, who took her coven and transformed them into her sisters. Jenny asked that they leave the cauldron in her hovel and instead get her a collection of items in order to return her to her true form. As the party is left with this conundrum, they hear a thrashing coming through the trees as Valen reveals himself, battered and beaten, but no worse for wear, as he tears himself through the underbrush nearby. The party ends with a long rest, their eyes set towards Vallaki. In this episode of Dungeons and Dragons, Barovian Nights.
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah.
Let's go.
That's such an amazing
Come on,
introduction.
fam.
Woo.
Look who's coming there, Mr. Valen. Are you good?
Yeah, of course I am. What do you mean? Just only lost you for a moment.
The moment?
Is he playing games on us?
I don't know quite what you mean.
You've been gone a whole day.
I just pull out from my belt 2 heads attached and hold them up.
I raise my shield in enemies. I couldn't even see you. Where would? What is going on?
Well, the most important thing, are you hurt? Are you missing a leg or something?
What do you mean? Of course I'm fine. I just lost you in the mist for 5 minutes.
Well, then everything is good. Everything is good. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Well, where did you get the heads? Everything is not good.
We were jumping some crazy ugly ass barbarians.
You're not making any sense. Artax, what do you mean all day?
Last we saw you was shortly after we spied the windmill. And then there was this mist, and you were gone. No clues, no hints, no footprints. So we pressed on, not knowing what to do.
Did you get lost in the mist?
No, you were
No longer
gone.
than 5 minutes.
You were gone. We met a old lady who turns out to be an evil hag, supposedly.
What?
We tried to get a cauldron for her, not knowing that she was an evil hag, and met this raven that's not a raven, but actually a wise lady that the cauldron belongs to. She's been cursed by the witch.
So
And then we were attacked by some barbarians and the druids, and slaughter happened.
You have 2 severed heads. It's been 5 minutes. You've helped an evil old hag. You've discovered some corn and the night raven lady. How has this happened?
A whole day passed. We slept throughout the night. This is the next day.
I don't understand. Just lead on. I need to contemplate what is going on here.
It's okay.
Daleen.
Daleen, can you play something nice?
Yeah, of course.
I feel myself.
As this is all going on, you've come to the conclusion.
Wait, I have to.
Uh,
Sorry. What is going
You
on?
have heard of Kethlin before.
Mhm.
When you traveled with some bards from the Moonshay Isles, they were seeing stories of the Formorians who battled their gods, the Dagda, the Tutha de Danen. She is the wife of one of the most foul Formorians, Baelor. She is also known as Kethlin of the Crooked Teeth. All the stories about her are how she is cruel and evil, and Specifically, she once wounded the Dagda with a projectile weapon. But nothing would tie her to this realm, to any of your stories that you can think of.
I forget the context of Kepler because I've been focusing on just remembering. So I kind of remember, but I don't remember why I was trying to remember.
It's fun.
I'm going to relay to the group though, like, hey guys, whoa! I've figured this out! Figure out the mystery, this is Kepler. Okay, go on, Valen. I'm gonna play Valen a little song.
Please calm my nerves. I'm very distraught from the 5-minute one day Doctor Who timey-wimey wibbly wobbly.
I'm not really doing like a song, I'm just doing a lo-fi hip-hop type melody.
Okay.
I'm making it sound like it's raining with my prestidigitation, like doing a little bassline thing.
Okay, so
I'm just telling Valen, it's fine, Valen. You didn't notice time going, and we didn't really notice you were gone, so it's okay.
Everything is fine. I'm just mumbling under my breath. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
That's a really good soundbite for my lo-fi hip-hop as well. Nice. It's gonna go well on YouTube.
Like and subscribe. Carry on.
You guys are in this decrepit old hovel. You don't see Jenny anywhere. She perhaps flown off for a bit, stretched her wings. The road that you were traveling on leads further down into the valley towards where you assume Valaki is, or back up the hill on the winding path back towards the windmill and Barovia.
We're back at the choice that we had to make yesterday. Do we go to Valaki or do we pass Valaki? We've been warned they don't like non-humans, and frankly, besides you, Valen, and Theric for a limited time of the day, we all are clearly not human.
That is troubling news. We're torn between playing it safe for the sake of all of us, but also time is of the essence for our quest.
Yes, and we need to go to Valaki to talk with the, what is his name? Donovich? Father Donovich.
Hi, Iblimovich.
Well, I guess then like it is. I'm kinda used to look at me oddly because of my kind of short stature.
I'm gonna probably poke my hand with an iron dagger again soon.
What Barbie older? And you, Daleen, you might not try to snoop. I mean, maybe you can go through as a child. You know, just tell the others that you're a little kid.
We could be sister and brother.
You can also put her in your backpack.
Like offer a costume, like a little child's costume, like one of those hats with a propeller on top for Boindil to wear.
Boindil would need to shave in order to pass even remotely as a child.
You can have a giant scarf. It's getting chilly.
Well, I guess
okay, you'll be my dad.
Is leading us to this odd cricket city. Also, do not forget that we'll need some sort of spindle and some golden thread and a teacup of the sun and whatnot from the wilderness for the other hag, or we might help the. I don't know. I'm like torn in between from the old lady and the raven. Although the old lady seems very evil.
I'm still wondering what was in that barrel in the middle of the room.
Oh, well, we'll be back, I guess, after we've got the deeds or whatever Valen is looking for from the high priestess or priester or some religious something, and he's like mumbling in his beard and you can't understand the rest of his words.
Valen and Artax, you are getting soaked when you are not standing beneath the shelter. The rest of you are still enjoying the enchantment Granny Momo placed on you, so that you do not get soaked with water as the rain comes down.
Does it protect my guitar or my loot as well?
Protects you and all your items.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't have to tune
I would suggest you all remove the blessing, though. We don't know if she's imbued with something else. She might be spying on us as we speak.
Spying through lotion?
She's a spellcaster. If she's really an evil witch, I don't know if I would want that blessing still.
But my loot, though.
You got a point. Do you got a handkerchief?
I can just use prestidigitation to remove it, probably.
Artax removed it just by wiping it off.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to do like a big old ritual to pretend I'm doing something magic and removing it from Theric's face.
As she goes into the ritual, you just see him go over to Theric and just wipe his paw across his forehead.
There you go, done.
Just make sure it doesn't get stuck in your fur.
I'll conjure some sparkles.
Immediately begin to get soaked from the rain.
So does that mean that we're all taking this thing out from our forehead? Or we're not trusting the old hag?
I don't trust anyone right now of these two. We have story against story, but I want to go sure here.
Well, you're fair enough. And he spits in his hand. And wipes it off.
And does Daleen finish with her ritual?
Yeah. Well, she got cut off by Artax, but...
No, while she's doing that, he's like just going to do that to Theric, like, let her do whatever she wants.
Daleen, you also still have this on you. Do you take it off?
Oh, this is a tough one. I really like not being soaked. Is there a chance the clouds might... the rain might stop in a while, and then... Until then
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Oh, I hope I don't die. Wait. Survival. Yeah, it's a 9 to survive that.
As you look up, black roiling clouds are emanating from an area to the north, and they just keep pushing out in all directions. Lightning strikes from multiple points in these clouds, and it just looks like this is an unrelenting storm.
You could just walk underneath Theric.
That's true. Okay, I'll stand underneath Theric then and remove that.
Okay.
The lotion.
You are also beginning to get soaked.
What?
And I believe you guys... I mean, Theric is just a humanoid right now. You can't really stand underneath him.
Oh, wait, did you say earlier that all the liquid we, like, dodged from before would cover us after we remove it?
No. You begin to get soaked. Not you are soaked at the moment.
Okay.
It was rolling off you like you were a duck.
Right. Me and my new fantastic cloak, by the way, that I've figured out how to use while I was resting. Before anybody, accuses me of cheating when I beat everybody in battle, it's my new cloak. I'm going to win everything.
Alright.
Sure.
Oh yeah, for the audience, because they did not hear me explain this to Match. Match has attuned to the cloak that Daleen picked up in the Durst Manor basement, and has been conferred with a magical bonus of +1 to armor and all saving throws.
Bam, bitch. That's a +6 to charisma saving throw, by the way.
Yes, I found my D&D notes. Carry on.
As you guys begin to head out to Valaki, you hear a solitary squawk of a raven ring out above. And you see Jenny returning to her hovel. She looks at you with intent, as if to say, don't forget your promises. Then begins picking at a knit in her feathers.
Well, she's making a fair point. Well, I think after we're doing the DD thingy from Wellen and he again starts mumbling his beard and you can't understand him, then we'll come back to the Raven and collect the things what we need to find. Or maybe we can get more information about these two hags.
Maybe we'll find some hints in the city of Valaki about the whereabouts about these items, because she didn't give us anything.
That is true.
And then as he finishes speaking, we see Artax is just pulling his hood even deeper over his face, trying to hide himself as much as he can, and his hands are tucked into the inside of the cloak.
Already?
I kind of follow your lead and like take the hoodie a little bit over, just to see his big nose and the beard.
I'm following along with the kind of like a clenched jaw, where I'm clearly agitated by being completely soaked through, trudging along with heavy armor, clanking,
I'm doing my best
rusting
to-
away.
To keep Valen happy after his personal crisis there.
It's good to have you back, Valen.
I was only gone for 5 minutes.
We fought while you were gone. We missed our paladin.
Oh, you did? I mean, it's good to be back.
And it's good to have you back, you big chunk of metal. And just giving you like a little smirk.
I'm just getting a few more images set up for you guys.
Don't worry, Max. Don't worry. Sure.
Only
I'm guessing
perhaps-
since we're heading towards the big city, I'm guessing we're not gonna meet anyone. And he takes one of the heads and like take the jaw down and like, well, any one of these?
I'm still not sure.
As you guys are traveling down the muddy, wagon-rutted road, you begin to see small cottages dot the side. And as you round a bend, you see, about a mile off, the walls surrounding Valaki. See buildings rising up above the palisade and all sorts of fun stuff. Ahead, on the side of the road, you hear, before you see, a lute or a bandolin being played. Bandolin, I mean, being played. And you see, as you get closer, this individual sitting on the side of the road, smoking a cigar, resting underneath a canopy he has set up, playing his instrument.
That thing looks like Majora's Mask. What?
Yeah.
Wait, is he any good? Is he
Oh yeah,
playing well?
he's decent. He's not a trained bard, but he has at least practiced skill.
He could totally be Slash.
He does look like him, yeah.
As we're reaching the walls and guessing no one more barbarians are coming, Boindil's just like yeeting the heads into the woods.
Alrighty. Hello, travelers, please come by and sit for a spell while I play my song. See that you're outsiders to Vallaki. You might not want to approach the city gates so quickly. I might be able to help you out with that, in fact. He continues to strum, his hat brim drawn low over his face.
Tell us more, please. I'm going to play with them just slightly better to intimidate.
As you would go closer, you would unfortunately see the people hanging around outside who chose to break laws in Vallaki, which might be a little counterintuitive. After being harassed by the guards and shaken down for any valuables you might have, they'll let you in on the understanding that you are immediately beholden to their laws. Now, I don't really like the concept of laws. I'm more of a do unto others kind of person. But I have a friend who works regularly on the southern gates. Rather than go through the western main gates, you could pay me a small favor. I could give you the day's passcode to get in through the gate, the south.
Is the favor music lessons?
I'm not a musician by trade, dear. I don't mind being outdone. No, I was thinking of something that sparkles, maybe gold, silver.
How much are we talking?
Well, how badly do you want to avoid the main gates?
Badly enough that we bore of these riddles.
I'm
One
gonna
moment it's a
whisper to
favor,
Isaac.
the next it's gold. How much do you want? We need to go.
How about we start at 1 gold?
Directly, Valen. I like it.
Well, I'm getting wet.
Guys, are we really gonna
You're a big
pay
brute.
him?
For about 20 gold.
You can roll
Should be
inside to
able
try to
to-
find out.
Should be able to give you the password for today.
Sounds kind of steep to me.
Daleen, you're a princess. Pay for us. Let's go.
Shut up.
Guys,
If this is beyond your ability to pay, you can always go through the main gates. I'm just your friend,
Daleen,
friendly Bob.
Try to
Guys.
convince this
Guys.
man.
no, guys, why would we pay him to like not abide by laws? We can also just like listen at what the laws are before going in, and then decide.
Well,
Because he said they will shake us down before they let us in.
what would you be spending your gold on? Surely we can just provide these things for you instead. We're very handy with.
No. No, you can pay me, or I can just continue to play my lute. I have friends at the other gatehouses too, so I'm not too worried about you revealing my scheme.
Scheme.
Guys, what if we pay him and we come to the southern gates? Why wouldn't we be shaken out there? Like
Yeah.
they could just as well take our stuff.
Well, if you
Hey,
don't
if
trust
you don't
him,
trust me, if you
I
don't trust
have-
me and my friend, you don't have to go through the southern gates.
I have no reason to trust you.
Yeah, why should we trust you?
Because I'm your friend, friendly Bob.
Your name's spelled with like around friendly. I don't know. If you're a
What-
friend, why wouldn't you Just let us know what you need gold for.
I need gold
what do
because
you
of
think-
commerce. Gold makes me happy.
What
Gold
about
provides protections.
what about
If you don't have
Daleen?
coin, I can always take other objects of value. I don't mind.
I've got this
Rather
really
than
nice
what you have there,
farm
miss.
soap.
Learning you if a new fine tune, and you let us in for free. Go on, Daleen.
Were I the one to control who gets in and out, I would let you in for free. You are my friend. But my friend who operates the gate needs to get a little bit of lubricant, look the other way, so that he can open the gate without it squeaking. That's why we need gold, you see.
Lubricant.
What if we paid him some up front and then the rest once we're inside safely?
Ah, that kind of throws a hitch into it.
How much do you pay
I
your
definitely
friend?
see that you're not locals. You've never met Isaac Stasny, have you? And he looks up, and you see the right side of his face is horribly burned, just like to the bone, just burned.
Oof.
Have you slept too near to the fire?
No, I got shot in the face. This is
Shot in
why I
the
don't like
face.
laws.
What?
Shot him in the face with what? A burning arrow?
No, I wish. That would have ended the pain very quickly. No, the guard captain, the foul warlock. He serves the Baron. That's why I don't like laws. So you pay me, you get in without the hassle.
Why did they shoot you in the face?
Because I broke the laws. Oh, God, it hurts to laugh.
What laws are there for us to worry about?
Well, we've all broken the law right here, right now.
Talking?
I've spoken. Oh, yes, talking is one of the worst laws you can break. I spoke ill of the Baron, and you didn't shut me up. And any of the guards heard.
Are you?
Are you
We
telling
would-
me that if some weezer is talking ill about the Baron, I just can walk up to him and give him a punch in the face?
Not you. The guards can, though. And the guards can do much, much worse than that.
So what happens if we tell the guards that you were offering to get us in without the proper means, and you did it all to spite this Baron? Can I roll an intimidation?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dang.
Let's get that nat 20, baby.
First roll of the day.
Hey,
Well,
that's
second. And it's the same result as Daleen.
Wow.
What if
we tell the Baron
We're in the exact same, actually.
You're not being very friendly, friend. But they'd have to find Bob first. Just because we're friends doesn't mean I told you my real name.
Well, you showed us your very, very distinct scar.
You think I live in Valaki now?
Okay,
I'd rather face the nightmares that come at night.
Look, so we've had a couple of people present themselves to us as friends, but so far it's not been very convincing after a short while. I
You don't
don't
have to
wanna
trust me.
insult you or anything, but if you want to call us your friends, then
No. You misunderstand me, sweetheart. I am your friend. You are my clients.
I don't buy friends.
All right, guys. Good luck with him, and I'll just continue walking to the main gate.
I begin
yeah,
to
Artax
walk
follows.
along with them as well. Take care, friend. I shout over my shoulder as I storm off.
Just if somebody tries
the
to shoot
others-
you in the face again, look away with your good side.
As
Okay.
the others are walking by, Boindil is taking out a silver coin from the Sword Coast area and handing him over and just looking at him straight. All this do.
They'll get you in once.
Say again.
They'll get you in once. Tell
What
the
do you mean by
god
response?
Rutabaga.
So we would go in, but we wouldn't be allowed to go out anymore?
Nobody stops you from leaving. If you want to kill yourself by wandering the wilderness, that's up to you.
And this little coin will give us access, all of us, into it?
He's taken the coin from you. I just gave you the password. Up to you to try it.
What was the password again?
Rutabaga.
Roots to Bega. Well then, thank you highly. And he like starts running after the others because they're probably already a little bit farther.
Yes, they are. As you catch up, the party sees this scene. There are many guards ahead, heavily armed. You even see some crossbows poking out through the gate towers. Seem to be harassing a small line of people trying to get in, and individually letting them pass after they appear to ransack their packs and force the people entering into signing some papers before they gain entrance. This would be your last chance to turn off the road before the guards see you. What is the party doing?
Can we
I'm
like
just
sneak
quickly
up?
informing everybody that I know the password for these sovereign gates for 1 silver coin from the dudes from behind.
Well,
let's
this
see, one-
seems. I mean, we just saw them shake people down, so if we don't mind getting a bit more wet, because we're walking around the town to get to the southern gate. Need to lose, guess.
I don't think I can get any more wet, so I'm good to go.
I mean, if they don't want us to get in, if a guard lets us in and the rest doesn't know, how will we stay in?
Hopefully not very long.
Good point.
I say we
I-
go with the shady people.
Hopefully he will give us a pass slip or something like that. Something that identifies us.
And if not,
If not, then we will make our visit very, very short.
couldn't we also just try to go through the main gates, and if they don't tell us not to get in, that we can't get in, then walk past the southern gates?
Okay, Troy.
I don't know if I want to approach the main gates, because once I have their attention, there might be problems coming, especially if I try to get away suddenly.
I'm not sure they're going to welcome Artax with open arms.
Well, they can bloody try to touch him, and he's like stroking the head of the axe.
As he does, I just poke him and then point up towards the crossbows that we can see poking out from the wall.
Careful
It
what
it
you
just gives
say.
you like a shoulder raise and a friendly smile.
I think if Artax approaches, they might even open fire.
everything is possible.
I do not like breaking the law, don't get me wrong. There's no honor in breaking the law, but I feel like if I want to get in this without causing a potential fight that might kill me and get you in deep trouble, the Southern Gate is the better chance.
Then Sovereign Gate it is. Let's go.
You do actually see a footpath leading off from your position down to the south. And after about half an hour's worth of walk, you get to the southern gates.
Guys, just think about it. Isn't going through the south isn't just technically getting into the city without permission possibly a violence of their law?
To be honest, I think my pure presence could be a break of the law. Oh.
As you approach, you see one lone guardsman posted. He carries a pike and is heavily armored, but otherwise seems rather bored.
Boindil, what was the password?
Oh, the password was quite easy, and it kind of tries to remember. And Rutaba.
Rutaba.
Loot the bar?
Rutaba.
Maybe you should have written it down, Boindil.
You're deaf. Do you have pen and paper on you? I did.
I do have parchment. I
Can
can
you pull it out?
Well, it's got ashes inside. I don't want to like spill those. But I can
Your
take
parchment has ashes inside of it?
Yeah, I need to contain ashes somehow. Is there like a piece of bark or something I can pick up and I can use prestidigitation to mark writing?
Sure.
Anything that works.
Yeah, that
Anything
works.
flat. Okay, I'm ready. So can you say it again, Boindil?
Rutebag, the card. By the gods. Rutabega? Something like that.
Bega. How
Rutebega?
about you go first, and if you're denied, we try a different pronunciation. We'll just
Act like you're foreigners. Oh wait, we're all foreigners.
Yeah, cool. As you approach, he takes notice of you and straightens up. Entry is provided through the main gate, citizens.
I'm sorry. We're looking for somebody. Do you know anybody called Rutabega? And I wink.
He looks you up and down. I too am a friend of Bob, and he opens up the door. Enjoy your stay in Vallaki. On the main thoroughfare, you will find the Blue Water Inn. They don't typically ask questions.
I'm gonna behind my back high five Boindil.
Thanks, friend.
Boindil just gives him a nod and goes by.
Thank you, sir.
Didn't come through my gate. Keep that in mind.
Which gate?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's just walk inside quickly.
Yeah, keep going, keep going. What was the name of that tavern, he said?
Blue Water Inn.
I don't want to know what kind of water the other inns have. Did he say to the right?
He did not give you directions. He said just on the main thoroughfare.
Okay. Maybe I might be the best of us to like navigate on towns, I suppose, or unvisited places, as I travel a lot. I might like sneak around corners or peek around corners and see if I see any signs.
There are people walking about, milling about, talking to each other. You see a few signs on the street you're on, but nothing definitive. The streets aren't named, like they are in famed Waterdeep and other metropolises of the Sword Coast. Or at least if they are named, they do not have apparent signs. The streets are also largely bare of any sorts of vendors or like definitive stores. Like there's a sign being like, oh hey, I like with a shoe just painted on it, which you can assume maybe that person is a cobbler. And it's all like these handheld crafts, not stuff that requires a forge or a big like whole process. Like this person appears like maybe they just repair stuff. As you walk through, it looks that the village is not boarded up nearly as much as Barovia. People have their windows open. A few buildings speckled around might be boarded up, but most part, people seem to be living a happy life here.
Do we
On
catch
everyone's faces, you see
like,
smiles.
in people's conversations that might allude to Blue Water Inn or anything else just interesting?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh yes, my favorite check.
Can I do one as well?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Fucking 4. I can't. Wow.
Well, I need one decent roll.
First one.
Whatever Theric says he heard, I'm gonna be no. They didn't say that. I'm gonna like say something completely wrong.
Okay. So Daleen, you hear two old women talking to each other in hushed tones, and they're like, "Oh, I heard the Baron's going to be having another festival. This one dedicated to the blazing sun. Well, wasn't the last one dedicated to wolf heads?" And she points around it as you follow her gesture. You actually see there are wolf heads just stuck on pikes lining the street. It was just less than a week ago. Shush, dear. You know, if the Baron hears you speaking of the festivals, he'll say you're in league with the devil. You don't want to be thrown in the stocks or hanging from the gates, do you? No, true, I don't want to be purged of my evils. Around this time, they notice they're kind of like stopped, and they're like, "What are you looking at, child?" Derek, you overhear some people talking about the Blue Water Inn, and they mentioned that there's a stranger staying there. They met him the other day when they went there for dinner. Person they're talking with, oh, what was food? Did they have anything new? It's like, no, just millet stew and wolf steaks again. But this visitor, he was strange. He appears to be a circus fellow, pointed ears. I don't really like the look of him, but he did entertain little Bess for a while at least. And through talking, you get the idea that it's going literally Blue Water Inn is in the center of town.
Oh.
All right. I will just keep on walking a little bit and then share that information with the party.
Well, let's get a room. Maybe find out what laws we have to look out for, and then do what we are here to do.
Sounds fairly good, like a good idea. Finally getting out of this bloody rain. I mean, look at Valen. He's like a walk-in water collector.
If you're
As
thirsty,
you walk by,
I just hold out my arm.
your eyes are turned to postings posted all over the streets.
Oh.
They're peeling and rain-soaked. It looks like it's been up for about a week.
Look, fellas. Come on, come on. The greatest celebration of the year. The Wolfhead's Jamboree. Attendance and children required. Pikes will be provided.
Wait,
All we
they're
do, what
children?
the-
I'm not sure what they mean with attendance and children required. Do we need to bring children?
Sounds really strange.
Also, why will pikes be provided?
Maybe to put wolf heads on the pikes? I didn't know.
Eventually, you see what is very clearly the Blue Water Inn.
Hey, we found it, guys. That looks beautiful, by the way.
If possible, can we find a table near the fire?
Definitely, my friend. We will find at the table by the fire. Get you something warm to eat as well.
Well, what we're waiting for? And Boindil's like, not really rushing, but very like eagerly going to the tavern.
Are we gonna like stay the night as well, or what are we planning?
I guess
I don't know if we'll stay the night, but we don't know anything about this town. We should try to get some information. Get ourselves warmed up and dried up a bit. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
And as
Yeah,
Boindil
but I
nearly
think
reaches the
we're
door of the entrance, he kind of stops, turns around, comes to Theric, and kind of gently takes Theric under his wing and
I kind of look at Boindil. Very wise, my friend.
and wants to bring him with him, and is like, "Yeah, my friend, you've got the jewelries. You will pay for room, for food, for drinks, and definitely for some drinks for everybody in there. You just make friends and know what Will might be looking for, because given free drinks is always the open gate to men's heart."
How about you just take it slow and just try to overhear people about things, and then maybe ask questions later?
Oh, well, we get just into the dry and get something to eat. That's a good starting point.
Okay.
I just clang my shield against my armor. Yes, 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 yes. Here we go.
But I will not be the first to walk in. Last time that didn't work too well for me.
Indeed,
Yeah, I'm on my way.
hang back.
But is there anybody minding the door, or is it open like on the picture?
It is slightly ajar.
Okay. Do we see anybody in the entrance or whatever?
No, you don't see anyone immediately looking inside.
Okay. Well, I'll just make my way as far as I don't get seen, and try to like see who sees me first, I guess. I'll take a step inside the door at least to get some cover from the rain.
Good idea. And you guys can all see the thing, right? All right.
We can't see the mum.
So, Theric, as you step inside, you see roughly an approximation of this room. You hear a clatter of wooden tableware, and a woman screech in shock, Bluto, don't touch me, you fool. Ah, Danica, I want another flagon of wine. Bluto, no. You know that you are only being fed by my family because we care about you. Because we care about you, you are drinking too much. I don't want to hear it. Pluto, you don't even fish anymore. And he platters. He gruel in front of him. And the woman runs. Oh, yeah, you should step up. The woman runs off into the back.
I will just act like everything I just saw is normal. And I just walk up to the bar and go see if there's, ask if there's a table free, if someone is around.
Hey, Boindil, do you remember the name of whoever we're looking for?
Man steps out from behind.
Didn't you talk?
Sorry, you guys might be hearing a blue jay going fucking insane outside my house right now. A man steps out from the back room and shoots a anger-filled look at this person. Walks up to you after a moment and is like, welcome to the Blue Water Inn, friend. I'm Erwin Martikov. My wife Danika's in the back tending to our two boys. If you have any questions or need to make a order, just let me know.
Yeah, I would like to ask if there's a table free, and my friends are waiting outside.
Oh,
I begin to
we
step in.
don't have a reservation-based seating. Find a seat and you plop your ass down in it, my friend, and we will be happy to serve you. We also have rooms for rent if you plan to be in Vallaki for more than the day.
How much would a room cost?
He knows off the top of his head, but I do not.
We just go into the table in the meantime then.
Yeah. I kind of imagine, like, I know it's not what is happening in game, but imagine he's, like, consulting his book, and he has, like, descriptions of all the races of the Sword Coast, and he's, like, going, okay, bluish gray skin.
What did you say, sir?
One electrum piece, my friends. If you have Outlander money, we can easily make exchanges for you as well, for only a minor fee.
All right. Thank you. And I will come back to you on this later.
Yeah, if you need anything else, directions or anything, just let me know. I'm always happy to help strangers to Vallaki.
Will do. Thank you.
Hey, do you need any help entertaining your clients, your clientele? That sounded weird. Your customers. I happen to be, quite proficient with my loot. Maybe I can do you a favor and give them a nice mood.
I've experiences with Outlander bards in the past. You're not the type that's going to get up on the tables and kick food about and start bar brawls, are you? Just nice, peaceful music, right?
I can play anything, but I would never start any trouble.
Want nice, peaceful music. I have two young boys, you understand. If they get rowdy, the customers will get rowdy, and Can't be having any of that.
Okay. Is there like a? I'm just gonna kind of sit down on a tall stool, so it's possible to.
Yeah, he
See
invites
him.
you to sit at the bar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll sit down. I think some T-Pain is appropriate, maybe. No, I'll just play something chill.
He
Like
he keeps your cup filled with some purple grape mash number 3.
I'm gonna start playing Boindil's theme, but like a soft version, singing about his heroics, his proficiency with an axe, and of course all the dragons he slayed through the years.
And his greatest foe, the broom of doom.
Yeah, that's actually an entire song of its own.
It's an album.
Yeah.
Broom of doom.
The man sitting next to you is very clearly grumbling and muttering under his breath. Before a few minutes, he gets up, tossing his chair to the ground, begins for the door. Ludo, don't come back unless you're ready to apologize to my wife. Ludo steps out, slamming the door behind him.
I'm just gonna look at the barman like, what's up with that guy?
He's a fisherman, and he's not been having any luck of late or really for the past few moons. Our lake is fouled, you see. Ever since an outlander wizard came and rallied the people of Barovia and Vallaki to go and fight the devil Strahd. Shortly after that fight, a great storm has been brewing over Lake Zarovik ever since. Lightning striking down constantly. The only fish to be found are charred and blackened, scarred by electricity, and dead before they're even on the hook.
Sounds terrible. Is there no other way you can make a living?
He is a lout. He likes wine too much, and I was good friends with his sister. Friends with my... she was good friends with my wife, and she died a few years ago. So we've always been looking out for this man. He's like a brother almost, but can't continue to feed him and especially give him drink for free when all he does is sit at the lake and not even bring anything worth value. Needs to learn a trade, really. If he can't, then he needs to find some other way to forge his life.
Yeah, he's not going to be doing well if all he eats is given by you. Teach him how to fish and all that.
He knows how to fish. It's not his fault the fish aren't biting.
It's an expression.
You Outlanders sure have weird sayings.
I'm going to try to explain in like a really terrible way how that expression works.
Oh, he very quickly understands. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes... He's just not familiar with the saying at all.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks. That's like the best punchline. Oh well. So what do most people in the city do for a living then?
Most depends. Baron Vargas Volakovich, praise be, and all will be well. Few people immediately erupt out with "All will be well," almost like on instinct upon hearing it. Will pay people when he needs. Blinsky, the toy maker, does pretty well making decorations. My family owns and operates the Blue Water Inn. The Wachter family serves as the other nobles of town. And they are a thorn in the Baron's side. To be fair, ever since their daughter had a falling out with her intended, the young Victor, they have been much more hostile to each other. Sons frequently come up with plans to take advantage of the other folk, but as long as I don't see them stealing the money myself, I can't accuse them, and I certainly won't turn them away from my watering hole. A lot of people will do small subsistence farming around their hovels, or they will band together for some sort of construction. Not a lot of business to be had in Vallaki. Only person who's allowed to operate an actual store, full-on store, is toy maker Blinsky. He's a minor noble of sorts. Most of the other stores have had to close up shop or are merely on necessity levels. There's the stockyard to the east by the eastern gate where you can find Henrik Vanderhort, the coffin maker, or the stockyard shops where the people who know how to swing a hammer or sew and whatnot can put together their stuff for earnings while also making sure taxes get paid to the Baron. They're out right now, but we have 2 resident wolf hunters who provide all the meat that you'll find on your plates.
I gotta play an off note when it says that.
Yeah. Yevgeny Krishkin, his brother Solzdar. Solzdar Soldarovich are the wolf hunters. They are the only people authorized by the Baron to sell wolf pelts in town. So if you need a wolf pelt, find them. They're typically nested over by the stairs there at night after they've come back from their daily hunts.
It sounds like people here have very, very rigid roles in life. But I don't think you should lose hope in your friend.
To lose hope would mean I had any left. That man's going to drink himself into an early grave. Or end up food for his dead fish.
Speaking of hope, my friend, can you tell me much about the holy establishment in the city?
Ah, the St. Andrew's Church.
Aye.
You'll find it near the western gate. The cemetery outside makes it very clear. It's run by the sister of the Baroness, Mother Superior Lucia Petrovna. She's a very kind-hearted woman. Holds services every night and takes care of the few orphans that live here in Vallaki. She helps set up apprenticeships for them once they come of age. Even housed the young Milivoje when nobody wanted to take him in. Now he works as the grave digger, which is a decent profession for him.
She sounds like a kind woman. And then I kind of give a indicative look around at the party, as in, this might be who we want to speak to.
Just get a nod from the hooded figure of Artax.
Erwin looks at you, Artax. You don't have to worry about your looks here, friend. People of
Last
Valen
time.
here used to be much worse.
Last time someone said that to me, I got shot at with a silver crossbow bolts and had.
You. No one in my establishment will attack anyone else in my establishment with silver or otherwise.
On your word, my friend.
And he pulls back his hood and puts back the cloak a bit more to show his clawed hands.
I'm playing Born This Way by Lady Gaga now.
You're a Leonin, aren't you?
You know my kind.
I wouldn't say I know them, but we have had outsiders before.
Yes, I
Be
am.
careful.
I'm aware. When we
There
walked
are
in,
people who will hate you, but
as I said,
you're safe.
when we walked into the village of Barovia, into the tavern, the first thing the bartender did was trying to shoot me.
How is old Arik?
Well, I hope I spared him the expense of the crossbow bolt, the silver crossbow bolt, by giving it back to him.
That was very kind of you. I was wondering if you'd be willing to do my family a kindness.
You seem a decent folk. I would be willing. Can't speak for my companions, though.
He goes into a hushed tone as he brings up a flagon for y'all. I do apologize that wine is not my standards. Purple grape mash has never been my family's specialty.
Mm.
I'm worried, though. See, my family operates the vineyard to the southwest, and, well, we haven't heard or received any deliveries for nigh on 3 moons.
3 moons. That's a
That is
long
bloody
time.
long time.
That is a very bloody long time. And they're not far as the raven flies, but I don't have time to spare. I have to watch over my family and make sure that nobody harms my wife or sons. I was wondering if you could go and check in on my family. Please.
I will gladly do so. We need to start searching the wilderness anyways. So many people asking our help.
They're on the main, just off the main road. Signposts are posted. It's the Wizard of Wines. My father, Barovian, is a bull-headed, cruel man, but my family are good people. Please make sure that they're safe.
So, is your family like well known in the city? I'm guessing so, being one of the only taverns in here.
We are the only tavern legally. There are a few speakeasies around, but we don't talk about that.
Can you or some sort of token of your family vouch for our safe passing in and outs? I'm kind of worried of my friend here that the guards might be in a bad mood one day.
You came in perfectly fine. Like,
The southern gate.
Oh God. You need to be quiet about that, friends. There are other customers here.
I didn't know there was such a gate. What?
The important thing is that you don't break the laws. That's
Any
one of the
laws
first
that might be strange to us foreigners?
Well,
Wasn't there
if
just the one
you
law that you're not allowed to talk on the streets?
if you speak ill of the Baron, any way, shape, or form, there are people who will happily jump out of this inn to inform and be rewarded. Lots of
Blessed be the Baron.
Sorry?
Blessed be the Baron. And you
Blessed be
see,
the Baron.
You see a smile on him, like he's giving him a wink.
Even Erwin does it, and he looks at you like, don't do that.
I will never speak ill of him.
Good. All will be well, and everyone erupts. All will be well.
I kind of
All
just
will
nudge
be
Artax
well.
on the side.
What?
Regardless, the wine deliveries have been missing. If you could please make sure my family is safe, I would be most happy.
We're in debt to your kindness, and we will repay it, my friend.
Boindil's just looking at Whalen and shaking his head. You do not know how to haggle, my friends. I'm in with Artax and with you, Valen. We're gonna definitely go and see what is going on and why you're not receiving any of those deliveries from your family and help you gladly out. But could we, in exchange, like, have a roof above our heads where we can come back and take a sleep or rest? We're not having, and he's looking to the group, I think any money or something valuable to trade in for food, drinks, or rooms.
Well, I do hope that you enjoy purple grape mash. Watered down though it may taste.
But when there's like taking a zip
If
and
you are
making a
hungry-
big thumbs up.
If you're hungry, my wife can prepare you some egg and millet. Is still morning. Wolf steaks are a little heavy. So we're happy to provide for you, as you've sworn to help us. But as for rooms, it is just an election piece. I see that you are all far richer than any of the rest of our clientele.
Oh, you have to forgive him.
As you look
If
around,
you've met-
nobody is wearing armor or has multiple heavy weapons strapped to their bodies.
If you've met any strangers, you know of the special qualities of the stout kind.
I'm aware.
They love a bargain.
Not have local coin? Are you worried about being taken advantage of by others for your gold?
That was basically one of the experiences we made. We tried to haggle for some supplies, and we found some golden rings, and they wanted to give us the equivalent of, what was it? 4 electrum for them?
I can do a lot better depending on the rings.
I will take out the rings to show them. these are the rings he was talking about.
And you had also a necklace or an amulet or something, right?
Yep, I do.
And as it takes it out, Boindil is like leaning in and bombarding him with dwarven knowledge about the stones.
I have not said that I've taken that out yet.
These are decent gold. I could give you 20 electrum pieces per ring.
20?
That's a fair deal. I'm wanting this off for you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That is
about 10 gold for your reference, Theric.
Alright. And, well, you see, we also got something else that might be of interest, or maybe you know someone who is interested in this. And I will take our dependent and just hold it in front of him.
His eyes sparkle and he immediately raises up his hand to put yours away. Like, oh, no, don't bring that out. There are eyes here, and they are seeing that you have wealth. That is a very beautiful piece. I would be happy to look at it tonight if you stay the night or in the future. But we shouldn't be bringing out such pieces here on the floor.
Yes, I think we should do any further business beyond the rings under less
How many of
ice.
those rings did you want to sell?
I mean, for 20 electrum per ring, I could sell both of them.
You have 3 total.
3? Did I?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I did. Well, all right. I'll sell all 3 of them.
All right. He takes you into the back, where you meet his children, his wife.
God damn, he's fancy.
He gets out a small chest. You see just piles of electrum coins. He counts them out, puts them onto a scale for you, and all that nonsense. Once you're satisfied, you take your coinage, and he welcomes you back out. If there's anything else that you need, he says as he brings out complimentary egg and millet omelets for you. Just let me know, or my wife know.
Well, you know,
Easiest way to go ahead.
You know, for the library or something, we had a rather odd request to find some items. A comb of gold, a spindle of silver, and a teacup of a sun.
None of that makes any sense.
I know.
Golden
And
comb.
all we know, it's supposed to be in the wilderness.
That makes no sense to me. Sorry,
Yeah,
I can't help you with your riddles.
Do you know of a library or some other place where there are many books that we could maybe look through?
There was a bookseller, but he's been gone for about a decade or so. He's rarely ever in the village.
Oh, worth a shot. Thank you, anyways.
Vasily von Holtz was his name. If you're able to find him, you might be able to speak to him about it.
So, just for information, you talked about the Wächters earlier?
Yeah. What
And
about
that their sons stir up trouble?
Yeah, their sons stir up trouble.
Well, we met them on the way towards Valaki. I don't think they will be stirring much trouble anymore. They were on their way to the castle.
Again?
They had a rabble of simple people
Hold on
with
a
them.
bit, Artax. Did he just say again?
Almost immediately, door swings open, and there's laughter of two voices. Voices that sound familiar to you.
Hmm.
Voices of Carl and Nikolai. They swagger themselves up to the bar. Hi, Erwin. Get us some wolf steaks. We've slain some more foes in the night. Coming right up, sirs.
I've been staying at the bar this whole time, like trying to catch the crowd. How are the vibes here?
People are solitary. Like they seem to like perk up once you started playing music, but nobody's really like cheering at the end of each set or commenting, "Oh wow, I love the music here."
Damn. I'll try to entertain the Wachter brothers. Like, start doing a ballad about heroic vampire fighters.
Do you get closer to them?
Nah, I'm just sitting at the bar, like, but clearly, like, playing at them.
Okay. Nikolai scoots down the bar at you. Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Oh, that's proficiency.
Roll.
Nikolai is very clearly lecherously looking at you. He has moved closer specifically to gain a view down your blouses.
I mean, it's not hard to get an angle there.
Yeah, definitely not.
What are you looking at, little man?
Oh, not much, little girl. Not much indeed. Please keep humoring my brother and me. We are enjoying your song. Such a beautiful voice shouldn't be silenced. Unless the one silencing it wishes to silence it with something wonderful. Don't you agree?
You're a really strange man. I'm just gonna turn my back to him and like play something completely different.
And you see, probably in the background, like right behind you, you see the eyes of everyone at the table meeting, like reading the situation right now.
How is so? Everyone is pretty much going Big Brother on Daleen here, right? Like getting the feel. Clearly, Artax is.
Yeah, Artax is like, he's ready to jump up and punch the shit out of
Daleen,
them.
this dude is like clearly being lecherous to you. What's like? How is Daleen feeling? Does she turns her back on this guy? Does she gesture towards her friends, asking, like, making any sort of facial gestures or anything?
Just like kind of a like disgusted face a little bit, but she's experienced this kind of thing before. She like just ignores it. Just does her own thing, plays her music. She does think he's a little bit cringe.
Oh yes,
but, like,
he
she
is.
just ignores him.
Cringe. Eventually, he'll get the hint and make a comment about not being interested in those who play the coquette. And they begin speaking in hushed tones with Erwin. We're gonna have a break there for 10 minutes, guys.
Okay.
Back at 10 till the hour, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure thing.
And we'll be right back.
Back, mostly.
Oh,
We're coming back, motherfuckers.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh,
Yeah,
get our breaks.
we're missing a dino.
Are we?
Yeah, on Skype.
No.
I'm not getting your.
We
cam.
see the Skype
Oh,
logo
wait,
on
yep.
your end.
No, never mind. Yep, correct.
Wait,
Stupid
summon
logo.
him. Everybody give your best.
Hey,
Bum,
nah,
bum, bum,
nah.
bum, ba, ba, ba. He's back. There we go.
Yeah, I am.
I just can give you.
Hey! All ladies will be here all night. Let's go.
Wait.
As you fill up on millet gruel mixed with some fried eggs, as you know, it's the consistency of bird feed. It is millet. Like, that's what millet is. It is not tasty. Needs salt and pepper, which they provide for you.
At least that.
Other seasonings and what, but like, it is definitely, you've had better fare. So you've had breakfast. Where do you all go?
To the wine wizards. I have the Ismark's map actually, and the wizard of wine is pointed out on it.
Yeah, but we will not leave the town yet. We just got here. We need to go to the church for
Okay,
once.
Sure.
Guess there's no library to research the stuff that we need to find in the wilderness. I don't know if we... Chops seems even also a problem, so I don't know what else we can do in this town.
Look out for the family of the barkeeper. Or
Yeah, that's
innkeeper.
outside of the town. That's like southwest of Alaki.
Oh, okay. I thought near the southwest, like not southwest.
It's
of
near the
Lucky,
main
but-
road. That's outside of the town. That's why he can't check, because I think if it was in town, he would just go and look.
Do we have a sort of map of the town actually?
Nope.
Okay.
We are mapped.
We just know that the church is at near the west gate, so I guess we'll have to turn westwards.
Yeah.
It's easy enough to figure out where to go for that, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
So, you walk down the main gate. You passing by, you see some guards. They're clearly guards.
Puts all up,
Hassling,
by the way. Again, just to make
Sorry.
sure.
hassling somebody.
Back in
Like,
the-
come on, guys, you do this every day. Why are you doing this again? Nah, you know why we're doing it. Ah, just being next to this person. Further down, you see some other guards ripping down the one of the many posters that you'd previously seen and pasting up
New one.
a new one.
Oh! Wait. Okay. Seems they have only the greatest celebrations of the year.
Must be a great year.
Eventually,
It's still
after only a few
require
minutes of
children.
walking, managed
Say
to
again?
make it. Sorry. Eventually, after only a few minutes of walking, managed to make it down the road towards the church. Views. There you see St. Andrew's Church. That's an interior view. So you see a squat building, with you know, clearly a church, has a steeple and all that stuff. and a graveyard attached to the outside. Storm looms over you, and thick, fat raindrops fall periodically.
Are we meant to just have a black screen on this?
Oh, should have dark vision on.
Yeah, problem
Yeah,
is we
I'm
don't see
not
anything.
seeing
I think.
No.
Maybe my token isn't on the map or something.
Oh, derp! I put you on the wrong map.
No, okay.
Here we are.
There we go. We see something in the
Yeah.
bottom right.
Therese. This looks like a non-rainy place to me. Guessing it's still raining now.
It is still raining. Not all my maps have rain on them, unfortunately.
That's fine.
Valen, I think you had the slip of paper from Father Donovich. I think you should take the lead in this holy place anyways.
I turn to face the entire party. Remember, this is a holy place. Speak to those here with respect. And if you can't, don't speak at all. There's nothing worse than offending someone in this kind of place.
And we just
Don't
see,
you worry.
we see Artax do the zipping up motion.
Okay, I knock on the door.
Come in, my child. The doors are open.
Nice, okay, here we go.
And you see
Mother Superior.
Ooh.
Such a nice drawing.
Okay, I approach first and then bend down on a knee. Blessings of the morning, Lord, be with you, Mother.
and also with you. I don't know your names. You're
I get to
strangers in this village.
Whilst remaining on one knee, I gesture to the rest of my party. We come from the south, foreigners in this land, and have had possibly the fortune to be guided by the light here. We come on behalf of Father Donovich from the Barovian Church.
He is a great man. I'm very fond of him. He actually helped me achieve ordination.
He seems
How
to be
is
in some need.
Well, what need be done? He takes your note and begins reading it, and a look of pale horror crosses her face. Oh, that poor boy. She crumples the notes in her hand, which are just wringing it in just distress.
Mother, it seems that there is something terribly wrong with the father's son.
According to this note, he has been stricken with vampirism.
I fear this is the truth of it.
There is no miracle I can perform for him. Other than if you manage to bring the boy's corpse here, inter in our graveyard, the bones and gestures behind her. The reliquary will ensure that he stays buried.
Mother, I do not know if it would be possible to separate the two. Father Donovich
Is protecting his son. He's explained the whole thing in this note here to me. I understand.
I do not know how I would get the boy here. I do not know how I would not break the father's heart.
You would need to kill the boy. That is the only miracle I can provide. Who could look to an even greater power than myself.
Great
To the
power.
west, in the village Krezek, there is an abbey. It is presided over by a man known only as the abbot. He has been leading the Church of the Morning Lord for longer than anyone else in these lands.
And you think that he may have the power to assist here?
I'm certain he has the power granted through the Morning Lord's glory. Tears are welling up in her eyes. I have witnessed him return the dead to life. This is a miracle I do not have the power to provide.
The dead to life?
He is truly blessed by the Morning Lord.
I respect your station, Mother Superior. I'll speak this over with my party and try to decide what is best. If there is any more guidance you could provide, I would listen.
You are, of course, welcome to spend time in prayer and contemplation here in the church as necessary. If you need any miracles performed on your behalf that are within my power, please merely ask. And one moment I'll have some examples of what she can do for you.
Cool. I'm just quickly scanning my notes. Can anybody remind me of Ismark's sister's name?
Irina.
Irina. Okay, cool.
Necromancy.
She lets you know that of miracles she can perform for you. She can restore lesser wounds. She can cure your wounds, and she can dispel magic if you have foul magics upon you.
Okay.
For nominal donations to the Morning Lord, of course.
Yeah. So if I obviously out of character, I'm a paladin, if I was actually of the sect of the Morning Lord or whatever the equivalent is called, I would get this for free, wouldn't I, for my party?
It depends. Now you have the acolyte ability.
Yeah.
So that she will help you specifically.
Okay.
I don't believe you're actually a paladin of the Morning Lord unless you have devoted yourself since entering these lands to him. But there are similarities between some of those gods of your Mulhorandi faith.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Morning Lord, specifically the sun god Ra.
Yeah.
You definitely see similarities there, and it's not necessarily a sin to just be like, oh yeah, I worship the Morning Lord named Ra.
Yeah, I would have thought that internally Valen would have realized that there are, there's respectable tenets that cross over, just like in real life with all religions. There are things that
the faith of Ra and the faith of Lathander, while they are different, they occupy the Forgotten Realms equally. There are multiple gods of the sun, and while they have had sectarian violence in the past, they're not, in active holy wars.
Yeah.
During the time of our game.
Okay. I'll get to my feet. Say, Mother, there is something else.
Yes, of course, child. What is it?
We've come across a man named Ismark. He's the Lord's son. And I can't quite confirm, but after putting together what he's told us,
A very quizzical look crosses her face, like she is very clearly confused when you said the Lord's son.
what's the name of the village we were in?
Barovia.
Oh, is he the Lord of Barovia? Ismark is the son of the Lord of Barovia.
The son of the Burgermeister.
Burgermeister. There we go. Cool.
Or Burgermeister.
All right. Well, I feel that, and that's what I meant. So,
No. Like I understand what you're saying.
Oh, you mean she doesn't
not.
actually know who he is?
She does not. You're in a different town who has a different lord. So once you clarify Barovia, she's like, oh, the Koilan's children. What need do they have?
From what I've pieced together from Ismark, it seems like there is some foul vampiric work afoot, and he fears that his sister will be taken by a vampire. They call him the Devil. On our journeys here, we've heard different names. The Devil Strahd, the Evil Lord.
Oh.
I fear that if we do not get this girl to the sanctuary of the Morning Lord, she will be lost to damnation.
Bring her here at once. She will have sanctuary as long as she needs. The undead cannot enter as long as we are protected by the holy reliquary. I'm well known of taking in orphans. The young Milvoy can grant his experiences if you do not fully trust, or if she has trepidations about staying here. I would happily give up my room to the young maiden for as long as she needed protection.
Thank you, Mother. Your heart is pure.
And you flex slightly when you compliment her.
I do the similar gesture and begin to turn back to the party.
She goes and does some cleaning up around while you guys do your business, giving you privacy.
Yeah. Well, friends, how much of that did you overhear?
Everything this.
He points just in the church.
It echoes quite loudly.
Indeed, it does. It seems though our work seems straightforward. The tasks are still no more easy, even with Mother Superior's assistance. We have some tough choices.
If I may, you might want to ask for holy water. You've already fought a vampire, it might have been useful.
Very good thinking. I'm sure she will not mind all of us taking a
And also, maybe ask her after Granny Momo if she knows anything about her. I would love to see if we can get confirmation on her being an evil hag.
Or the other hag. What's she called?
Jenny.
Jenny. Oh, and I don't want to offend you, Valen, but bringing the dead back to life, this smells like, especially in this area, like necromancy, or maybe he is even a vampire himself.
I lower my gaze. Seriously, be careful not to insult. Remember, respect. We can discuss this outside.
I'm just speaking my mind here freely. I'm not saying anything to anybody else.
I understand, my friend. It worries me too, but we need this mother's assistance. If we offend her...
I'm wondering about this. Like, would we as adventurers know of, like, the spell resurrection, that it's just, like, a holy service rendered by the highest clerics?
Revivify, raise dead, all that stuff are... Revivify is a lower level spell. It's a 3rd level spell.
I think it's even a spell a Templar, a Paladin can learn.
It can, but it's a later level ability.
Yeah, but like it's something that would be in his training eventually.
It is something that, as travelers, you are aware is a thing in the Sword Coast. But As to whether or not you're in the Sword Coast, it's up to you to decide.
But yeah, like there's in the Sword Coast, there's no stigmata about that because it's not really necromancy bringing back like the dead as undead, but bring the back to life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
It is specifically, I believe, conjuration magic. Or,
It might actually be. I think the funny thing is some of the
okay.
healing and resurrection spells are actually necromancy, but like they are good spells.
Back
They're
in the
not
day-
evil.
Back in the day, it absolutely was. Like in second ed, it was totally like Cure Wounds was a necromancy spell.
Divination.
All right.
Huh? Then you had players be like, I can't cast necromancy because I'm a good cleric. It's like, well, I mean, come on, use your brain.
Yeah.
But it's up to you guys. Like, if the dwarf is like, nah, dead things stay dead. That's why they're dead. Like, you put them in the ground and they stay there. Unless they're gems, then I dig them out. That totally makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna go and ask her if we can use some holy water, but I wasn't there for this day you spent without me in 5 minutes. And I turned to Theric. If I ask her for permission, will you speak with her and ask these questions about these hags and witches?
Could do. Who should we ask about?
I'll basically go back to the mother and ask if we can have some holy water whilst you guys can discuss what you want to ask. Because bear in mind, I haven't been caught up properly with what you did. So right now, me improving some RP based on that is something I can't do.
Hey, Valen. Of course you may have what holy water we have,
Thank you, mother.
but it does run us out. Holy water is an expensive process to make.
It will only
Take,
take
this as a gift.
minimum.
She gives you a vial of holy water.
I'll add that into my inventory. Thank you, mother.
If you need
Also-
any more, though, I will need you to provide the requisite silver.
I bow my head. Mother, my companion here has encountered some strangers on the journeys that we are concerned about. We're wondering if you could shine a little light on us, on the knowledge for us.
If the knowledge is revealed to me by the Morning Lord, I will be happy to help.
Okay, so we have met some lady in a windmill making delicious spice, apparently. And she's called, well, she is being called Granny Momo. Does that name sound familiar?
Admittedly, I don't leave Valaki, and I only deal with the people who enter. I've not met a Granny Momo, nor have I heard of any who dealt with her.
And we have found a crow or raven with a emerald green beak. Any ideas how
Green teeth. Stay away from that hovel, child. It is a den of evil. It hasn't been preying upon our village more than a decade, and I hope that it stays asleep. Whoever lulled it to sleep in the first place is surely good. She is the leader of a foul coven of hags. Green Teeth would demand sacrifices of the Valakians and perform rituals on their behalf. This, of course, is heathenistic and wrong,
All right. So, are you familiar with certain polymerization spells? Because she asked, the crow asked us to get us some materials, and
If crow is green teeth, do not help it, kill it, or better drive it away, or force it back into whatever servitude was keeping it away from our village, please. Is not a force of good.
all right, noted. Thank you. Artax, is there anything I'm forgetting?
Well, according to the said raven, the one that got her into her current predicament seems to be a crone that she even considers evil. I wouldn't say what got her out of the way, asked by forces of good, it might be an even greater evil.
Perhaps there is much evil here in these lands. But the green teeth is an enemy of this church. Is an enemy of the Church of the Morning Lord. It is an enemy of all good peoples.
Maybe we would be best served with getting rid of both of them, both Granny Momo, who is taking up residence in the mill.
I
And
know not
that
Granny
raven.
Momo. But if she is a being of evil as well, then she should be dealt with as well. But the green teeth is a liar.
Well, the green teeth told that all her circle of hags and whatever went to Granny Momo, and now they're dead and serving us rates.
Did you see? You met Granny Momo, did you not? You said you did.
Who
Yes,
did?
we did.
Did she seem evil to you?
Not necessarily. She was like, have some pies?
Sounds
Where
like
I have to wonder. The only source of food, of meat around here seems to be wolf, correct?
The wolf is the most common source of meat.
How often is pork?
Those lucky to have pork or chickens typically lose them within the year or two. There's wild boar running around in the woods, and a few goats can be found in the mountains.
How likely would you find it that an old lady living on her own in a mill can find enough suckling pig to bake pies all day long?
She may be working with the barbarians.
Oh, we met them. Not nice folk.
No, they're not. There are also heathens who follow druidic ways of the old gods. Blood and sinew and flesh are all that they worship. Like all foul heathens, who ignore the glory and light of the Morning Lord. These druids, like all druids, dance in circles under the moonlight and take foul bestial forms.
Luckily, no one can see that Artax under his hood is just biting his lips as she's constantly insulting heathens.
I kind of head off the situation. Once again, Mother, thank you very much for your guidance. Hopefully, we'll be able to return with better tidings and news.
Absolutely. Please, bring the young Irina here. She will have my protection. If you need any miracles, do not hesitate, Valen, to come and ask.
Thank you, Mother.
I will
Before I go,
naturally, as allies of the light, treat your party with appropriate discounts.
Thank you, Mother. Before we leave, is there, if we should seek out the abbot, is there any way that I can prove to him that I've communed with you and you recommend us?
It's not the abbot you would need to convince, but the Baron of Krezk itself. He holds his city closed like a vice.
I see. Thank you for the warning.
The abbot himself is a trusting, kind-hearted man who, though growing old in age, is still wise and strong as ever.
I just bow and kind of indicate to my party, let's go.
I'm gonna come with Valen, awkwardly bowing at the Mother Superior.
And as both Artax and Theric are up first, he's gonna turn to Theric and say,
I didn't know you were a dirty heathen in your druid ways. That's not a nice thing to say to you.
Well, you just kind of learn to ignore it. I'd rather not make a fight in a church.
You definitely realize that she did not realize you were a druid.
Well,
Now that we're all outside and out of earshot of her, should we just discuss the revelations of that and what the new game plan is?
I have to say, the information or the idea to bring Irina here, well, I like it. I think it should be just a stop. Maybe she would be safest with the abbot if he's even a greater power of good. If he's willing.
But there is one big problem, dear friends, and that is, and he kind of just points kind of in the direction of where the castle would be. We're gonna have to sneak this little fair lady right under the nose of the big evil over here to the west. I'm not sure that he will allow it if he has his eyes upon her.
I think our best chance for that would maybe seeking help of the Vistani. They seem to have some magic that protects them.
Oh,
That's a good point.
clever.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure the last Vistani sent us right into the arms of a vampire.
Then again, he was alone Vistani while everyone else was in that caravan.
Oh, fair enough.
Seems that the path ahead has so many dangers.
I
Indeed.
tell you what I think is we shall take that magical cauldron or whatever it is and use it for our own and kill both the raven and the other hag and be dealt with all this witchery and evilry.
It is easy for her to judge, though, the people taking the help of anything out there beyond these protecting walls. Might be this hag, while demanding a price, might have rendered vital services for the people without the protection.
And I must admit, though I am a man of the faith, and though we ultimately worship the same God, Theric here is our friend and a good example of some of her blindness and some of her ignorance. I didn't meet these hags of yours and these witches, but did you feel evil from them?
I do not trust the old lady. If this land is as dangerous as they say, how is she living alone in a mill? And where does she get the stuff to bake her pies that smell like pork, suckling pork? Several days in a row when people scrabbled by on millet and wolf steak.
That's a very
What
keen
the hell,
observation.
Artax? Now I'm hungry.
Do you want to go back to the old lady and check out the pies?
Oh, definitely not. Already nag on one of your fruits.
Also, I would remind everyone the last time we saw something that looked like good food, it turned to be just a trap in a cave with a vampire hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yes, please, no more caves.
I
Well,
suggest
the cave was comfy, but you know.
I'm not saying speaking against the cave, I'm speaking against the fake food and fake supplies.
It seems to me as well that this abbot will require some investigation as to exactly how pure he is. Being able to perform these miracles does not make him evil nor good. We must judge him for ourselves.
Oh, getting there seems to be a problem.
Access to him is another thing indeed.
Also, we have other tasks that are in the more immediate area, if I know. There's the winery, the vineyard, and, well, we might have to inquire with Jenny again to find exact where in the wilderness these items are supposed to be. Even if we're not going to help her, it might give us some insight on her, some better read. And if nothing else, it would allow us to destroy them and keep her in her raven form for forever, which should keep her away from being a source of evil and danger for everyone.
Well then, since we're all close by, I vote for the vineyard to go and help the master of the tavern.
Definitely, he seems so far the nicest person we have met on all of these lands.
I agree. Also, if we help him, and he is as influential as I suspect he may be, we might be able to employ his help when we eventually smuggle that poor girl either here or through here to the next city.
But before we leave the town, we need to make sure we have done everything we wanted in the town. If we need any supplies, any new ammunition, anything you need to be restocked, we might have to check the little stalls in the stockade, I think they called it. Because once we're out, we're not getting in without bribing our way in again.
Well remembered.
What is dear Theric, though, sharing his money with us?
I mean, none of you took it, so I just brought it with me. It's not that I'm keeping it for myself.
Speaking of, I think at some point we should sit down in the tavern if we stay for a night and count our treasures we have and split them fairly, because we all fought equally for everything.
I agree.
Agreed.
Well then, off to this market, however it was called.
So, off to the stockade, or whatever it was called.
Party agrees to head to the stockade?
Yeah.
Because you must gather your party before venturing forth.
I click the agree button.
All right.
Come on, follow.
As you
Theric.
guys get there, unfortunately, I don't have a good image of the stockade. I'm sure certain fans will be like, "Oh, well, why didn't you just use this one?"
Theater of the mind.
Do pass by the main square of Valaki. See all that stuff. You do see posted, in addition to the changing out of the posters for the festivals, you see posted notice. let me know if you guys can, if you stop to continue to read that notice, or if you just take notice of it and continue on.
I tried to read the header, but it's actually pretty tough to read.
You have to
By order of His
dig in
Eminence,
it.
Baron Vargas Valelikvich, Burgomeister of Valaki, in order to ensure the continued peace and prosperity of the great and joyous town of Valaki and the security of its fine citizens, all visitors, insert word, shall comply with these laws in addition to those observed by common custom within the Valley of Barovia. Do you want me to go on? It's really fucking hard to read.
You don't have to continue reading it.
That's 10 out of 10. Can I get
Yeah,
inspiration? Oh, my eye.
Actually, you all get inspiration for the amazing roleplay you guys have been doing. Which is a reminder, if you had inspiration, you don't get 2 inspiration. So you gotta use it or lose it, guys.
Just gonna say, Max,
since you
I think
guys
you get inspiration for being so fantastic as a DM as well. So
No,
you
that's-
don't want to do that.
we get like one shot from a meteor.
Yeah.
You have spent enough time to read it. I'm going to show you guys the other 2 pages, but note at the bottom does not have the registry bit on the 3rd page.
Okay.
Okay.
But otherwise, that's what you see.
Okay. I'm just reading around through the rules right now.
Yeah, I'll also like type up the pertinent stuff later and put it in Discord so that you all have
the
fun.
phrasing,
Such a lovely.
all will be well. It's just being repeated again and again. This is starting to freak me out.
If you haven't noticed that, that is the
All will be
propaganda
well
to
in
keep in
Basting's
power.
Day. I don't like it. Get out.
So as you get to the stockyard, you see a few squat buildings that are clearly like shops. There's a forge and a clothing shop specifically and all that stuff. Move you back to the landing page. There is a very noticeable coffin shop, especially. And oh, hey, actually, I just realized. Do you guys actually have access to Ismark's map right now?
I don't think so.
No, we do.
We do now.
There you go.
Yeah, it's
Now
back.
we do.
Cool. Sorry about that. Of note,
I'm the one carrying it, by the way.
outside of everything else you see a carnival wagon parked in the rain. Theric, Artax, you smell blood.
I smell blood.
Like coming from inside, like you smell something predatory coming from inside that wagon.
Sounds like there's another predator around. I'm curious.
And he just doesn't even say a word, he just heads towards that circus.
I follow suit with the shield raised.
As you guys actually walk into the stockyard, you do see that there is a big warehouse that serves as the general store of Valaki. You walk up to the carnival wagon. It is a big carnival wagon. It says carnival on it. Octavio's Carnival of Wonders, I believe is what it says. You see that there are 2 doors, one on the one on either end of the wagon. Just seems to be parked well away from all the other buildings.
As a professional entertainer, does this look like anything actually good? Anything I could learn from, or is it like
It's like you've seen circus wagons like this all the time. They
nothing
can
special?
hold easily like 72 clowns.
A clown cart. I like it.
You don't recognize this one. Don't know who Rictavio is. You guys approach the cart closer? Let
Yep.
it touch it or anything?
Uh,
As you
Gonna back
do,
Artax.
as you get within, arm distance, somebody runs up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Rictavio has paid a very, very hefty fee for privacy. He does not want anyone bothering his supplies, so you need to back up, or I'll call the guards.
Where is the man that this car belongs to? I wish to talk with him.
He's an entertainer. He's been staying at the Blue Water Inn. Can't miss him. He's got pointed ears. Oh my god. The guy's face goes pale as he looks at Artax. Oh. He starts backing up away from you guys and then turns and runs away.
We should skedaddle.
Oh no.
Let's go.
I think we should go.
yeah,
Where do
like
you all go?
Artax is already like running the opposite direction. Well, not running, but moving fast, which he's faster than a human.
Where do you guys go?
Blue Water
Not
Inn.
to shop.
I'm going to Blue Water Inn. I want to talk with this guy.
Okay, so you're going to the Blue Water Inn. Fen. Is anyone going with Artax? Is everyone going with Artax? What's the
Yeah.
plan?
It's probably a bad moment to split up.
Staying together.
Okay,
No,
so you guys head
maybe
back to the
Theric-
Blue Water Inn.
Maybe Theric and I could check out the shop.
Which shop did Theric want to and Daleen want to check out? Or which shop did Daleen want to check out if Theric wants to go with?
All I really need for myself is crossbow bolts.
Good thinking.
Because, yeah, they're the clutch when we fight. They always save us.
Oh, I see why you volunteered Theric to come with you, because Theric holds the purse. He's got all the money in the coin pouch right now that isn't outsider money. I see.
Absolute legend. Oh my god, can't actually trust Korm. Can't.
All right.
What would I
fine
do
with
in the
me.
shop? I have the money, but you give me.
Can do, but it's coming from your budget.
So we're splitting. Anything you
I
guys
guess
need?
so.
So Boindil and Theric are heading towards the shop. If they're
And
The
Daleen.
other three are heading. Oh, it's Boindil, not Daleen.
Let's
think all three.
Boindil.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, sorry. So Boindil and Theric go shopping,
Oh, no.
while the other three go to the Blue Water Inn.
Remember my bolts!
So
I
is
need
this
11, by the
Is
way.
this finally the anime shopping episode of our D&D?
Oh, we'll get there eventually once you guys have the buku money. So you guys
And find a place that has proper shops.
get to the Blue Water Inn. Let
Yeah.
me load up here because
Get
it's
out
starting
of
to be
the
like
public, especially for me.
Boindil. I probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever. All right, you guys are back at the Blue Water Inn. Voctor brothers are still there,
Ugh,
drinking.
I'm sitting over there. Then.
Erwin comes up. Oh, hey, let me know if you guys need anything. I'm happy to get you guys anything. And give directions or anything that you might need. Oh. Alrighty. So you guys at the store find crossbow bolts. They are marked at 10 electrum pieces for a quiver of 20.
Damn.
All right.
Is there anything else that you are looking for?
Theric, is there something that you need, or do you have something in mind that the others could find helpful other than the bolts for Daleen?
Nah, I'm fine. And also, if Daleen needs bolts, do we really just get here for Daleen's bolts? Because I also still have 20 bolts. We don't have to buy them, you know? You could have just asked.
Well, did not know that you have some on you, but I know I, for example, have this here, and it takes the one barbaric great axe. We could trade this in, or I might use a new hand axe, for example. I tossed the one sadly far away over the bridge when we met the wolves.
Well, you're free to spend whatever is in your budget.
Fair enough. And Boindil is woken up and holding up the barbaric self-made kind of great axe thing that he found. Puts it. Is there some sort of counter?
Yeah, there's people that work here that are they're like, if you need any help, just ask us and we will help you.
Well, is there a way that I could share this huge axe against the hand axe? I don't have any coin at you. I just can make a transaction. I'll give you a big axe and you give me a smaller axe, but more sturdy, thermy, handy. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Let me go ask my superior, because we don't normally do barters. I'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Some talking. Come back. And he's holding an axe. I can give you this axe for a great axe.
Good. Well, here it is. Gives him the great axe, takes the hand axe, puts it in the holder, and looks to Theric. Well, if you have the bolts, I'm guessing we don't need anything else.
Maybe you would have wanted to sell that axe and see how much the hand axe is.
We're fine.
Made a profit. All right. Let's return then.
And Theric and Boindil are making themselves the way towards the tavern as well.
I just love that dwarf that's always haggling for anything. It's like, okay, it's fine, we'll just do the trade. Whatever.
Alright, so you guys are at the inn and were offered by Erwin, if there's anything you need, just let me know.
What can you tell us about your guest, the entertainer?
He enjoys his privacy.
Okay. And taken.
We'll let him know that you'd like to speak, but you'll need to rent a room.
Well, we're about to head out. I just was wondering if he was around to speak. We came across this wagon, and quickly do the retreat because someone saw my face.
I think your horse needs reshoeing. You should go to the stables and tend
Indeed.
your horse.
Thank you.
He takes the
Goes
hint
to
and
the
just leaves and goes to the stable because he's kind of feeling like this is like get the fuck out and hide.
So as you walk back there, the stables, the other people go with him.
I stay behind.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay with Valen.
I kind of wave over to the. Has the barkeep already left, or is he still hovering around the table?
He's at the bar, but like he's, hey, how you doing?
Okay, I'll walk to the edge of the bar so that I can converse with him.
Yeah.
Just wondering how knowledgeable you are of the surrounding provinces, villages, cities, and towns.
Knowledgeable enough.
Do you know much about the Baron of Krezk?
I know that he does not like opening up his village gates except for wine.
Wine. Is there any particular reason?
It's the lifeblood of Barovia.
So would you say wine would be my key to getting in
Who?
to the Baron's province?
Absolutely. That'd be the easiest way to get into Krezk.
Compared to this place, is it quite strict on their laws as well?
Compared to this place, Krezk is but a few families. Don't rely on laws.
See. And do you know much about the abbot? From the abbey there.
I've never met the man. No offense, I don't go in for organized religion.
Each to their own, my friend. Thank you.
Artax, you hear a door open. What, Drusilla? What a good girl. Would you like an apple? And you see walking up a man in a dusty, ruined overcoat that was once red and resplendent, and pants that have faded from blue to a yellowish brown. Very, very slight tipped pointed ears, and he's walking with a cane.
Epic.
So you are the one that I got the message to go speak to.
Well, I guess you're the owner of the wagon near the stockade.
You do understand that I have any years of monster hunting under my belt, and he picks up his cane and holds it by the wooden cane bit and the handle bit. You hear a click.
He jokes at him and he says,
"What here, monster?"
Excuse me. Seems you have not fought enough monsters to know that I'm not a monster, but a leonin from faraway land.
From the scabbard, a hidden silvered blade and drops what was his cane. I ask you again, foul lycanthrope. What do you want with me? I am
Nothing.
a simple circus performer.
I know nothing of you, but if you want me to prove that I'm not a lycanthrope, give me some iron weapon to prove that I can injure myself with iron.
Oh, so you've heard of the cut?
I've been asked to do it in Barovia before.
Quickly kicks his cane up to his hand, grabs it, sheathes the hidden blade. Would very like for you to keep that a secret, friend.
I know that my appearance makes people think I'm a monster and want to kill me. That has happened several times already. However, I cannot change my outer appearance, so I'm sorry if I scared you in the first moment.
Understandable. I owe you an apology. A flourish and a bow. I am Rictavio, half-elf circus performer extraordinaire. You were snooping around my wagon?
My senses
And he points to his nose.
smelled blood, which caught my attention.
Yes, well, I would ask that you please leave my property alone.
Of
It's not
course.
safe for you to agitate
But just
my...
out of curiosity, what is your attraction, if I may ask? From one hunter to another.
Go ahead and make a diplomacy check. Or persuasion, or whatever the fuck it's called.
That's gonna go well with my -1. Oh, actually, it's
You
going
have
well.
advantage.
17.
It's going pretty
Oh.
great.
Advantage. So let's check if it's better than 17. No, 17.
You're getting me to open up, which is strange, being a hideous monster such as yourself. What do you know of the Vistani?
We have stayed with this Vistani and Madame Eva one night at Serpool.
Adameva? I have not met this woman. I have heard she has magical powers beyond normal reckonings.
Oh, she does. I can vouch for it.
You should
But
not
these
trust
lands. That much we've learned as well after we met a blind one called Mimmer that lured us into a cave with a vampire.
You should not trust any Vistani.
How so?
They are cruel, evil-hearted people. They have done me so much wrong. So much wrong. You see tears welling up, and clearly, as they begin to fall, they're clearly marking away makeup that is disguising his skin color. He is definitely not a fresh-faced, flush half-elf. It's wiping away, and he's clearly much older than he looks.
I'm sorry to hear, friend.
Hey, do not ever trust them. They will ruin your life, kill you.
To be fair,
Not even for profit.
we've been here in Barovia for about a few days, but I already feel I cannot trust anyone. Should not trust anyone.
Oh, all you need to know is that what is in the van, in the caravan I hold, is a weapon to destroy all the evils of the Vistani. I'm just waiting to know that the one good Vistani is far enough away to not be affected by it.
I see. Oh, I will promise not to budge into your private matters there. And neither do I wish to take sides in this conflict that seems to have been brewing for a while.
Decades, really.
I just was
I am a
curious.
hunter. by trade,
As,
not a circus performer.
but of course, the people around here, they probably rather let a circus performer, a entertainer, into their towns than a monster hunter, seeing how mistrustful they are.
Do you have a cleric with you?
A paladin.
That would have to do. As I almost took your life, please accept a gift of life in exchange. He gets out a scroll from a scroll case and hands it over to you.
No need, good man. You were right to be scared, knowing these lands, the most likely thing would be lycanthrope, so no insult taken. No need for an apology.
Are you certain you do not want this gift?
If it is a gift given freely and not because you feel obliged to.
Of course I'm obliged to.
Well, then keep your gift, please. It is not among the Leonin of the Iron Main pride force others to give them.
Esmeralda would be very disappointed to know that I drew a blade on a friend, just as I meant.
Well, if it is to make up a vow or a promise you've given, I understand, though.
Perhaps you will feel that you've earned it some other time.
Maybe.
So, do you have any questions for me? Other than
I was-
what's the property?
I was just curious as a hunter, and he shows him his necklace with all kinds of trophies, huge teeth, claws, all kinds of things. I was just curious. Among my people, the hunt is everything. So,
If I remember correctly, elf ears are on there, correct?
there are, though, I mean, they are very old, and there's also other ears, so it's not like it's only elf ears. Do not be afraid that I have hatred for elves. It is just that the elves have been old enemies in my country, in my lands, of my people, and have hunted us relentlessly.
He's holding up two flesh-colored tips with his fingers. I'm not afraid of any hatred towards elves.
That's a peculiar choice in these lands to look more different than them.
I am not an outsider like you are an outsider, friend. But I am an outsider. Come from a different domain. That is all I will tell you about my personal life, for I have revealed far too much already.
Feel free to ask me any questions if you are interested. I feel I owe you some answers as well.
What is your party's intentions in these lands? Are you
We didn't-
cruel and evil? Is that why you came?
We were taken here, and we're looking for a way out, and if we can do some good while we're here, we will do so. They're honorable and just people, as far as I can tell.
If you find a way to get out, let me know, and I will help you achieve your goals.
Definitely. These lands... And he chuckles. I cannot imagine spend the rest of my life being attacked at first sight, and everyone being scared of me.
That is your burden to bear.
Well,
Most importantly, I should like to meet the rest of your allies.
they
Get a
should
read on that.
They should be returning to the Blue Water Inn soon. They went shopping at the stockade. But me and my friend Valen and my friend Daleen, we decided to go a different way when the one you hired to protect your cart's privacy saw my face under the hood and ran scared.
We shouldn't meet in Vallaki. It would
Well?
draw too much attention.
We are heading southwest next to the winery, the vineyard, wizard of wine, to check on the family of the innkeeper.
Will you be returning here afterwards?
It depends on how long the travel takes, but I wouldn't mind a rest in a proper bed for once.
I will meet you on the crossroads between the winery and Vallaki when you should be returning. And at that, I think we're going to end the session for the week. It's about midday in Vallaki. You guys haven't had any major combats this session. Sorry about that. But
That's fine.
you'll be able to leave
Don't worry.
at around midday Vallaki and hopefully head out or do other fun stuff in Vallaki next week. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll talk to you later this week. And I've been MrDinoRawrrz, aka Max Schreck, and I'm going to dip out. See you guys later.
As always,
Thank you,
Max.
Max.
As
Very
always,
much, buddy.
Max.
You the best.
Look
It was
how
amazing.
beautiful. How beautiful.
Fabulous face. Fabulous face.
I nailed it.
That was amazing.
Yes. Another classic.
He's training at it.
He's so
Yeah.
good.
Nice. Well, I have to say, less answers and more questions again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the VOD on this one. Take notes.
More and more question
3
marks.
weeks.
Yeah, I still don't know whether to trust Momo or the Crow.
My personal instinct still is they might both be evil hags, but I feel like just from instinct and from the idea and feeling I get, Momo is the one that's acting nicer, but she has some dubious sources of her meats and whatnot. I feel like she's the real evil one, whereas the other one is like, she's not good, but she's maybe not necessarily evil either. She's a hag. She of course asks for a price for what she does, but she may not harbor ill will to anyone particular.
Burn them all. Gather them up in the old mill and burn it down.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I'll say just if we get to choose whether or not to trust somebody. Nah.
It is hard, and that's what I love about it. You are so conflicted with yourself, like, am I doing the right thing? Will they come back and snap at me and kill me for that?
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
the magic of D&D. You
Yeah,
will know when
Yeah,
you will
that's
know.
the thing as well. Is like when we were in the church speaking to the mother, she provides such like programming, like she comes across as a very trustworthy, good-natured, helpful person, and then she whips out loads of like those insults and her stigma and like persecutions and bias and stuff, and you're like, whoa, shit, that conflicts with how I feel. And then you meet loads of people who are like that are not quite as like clean and dry cut. So you're just like, fuck, I don't know. I don't know who's good, who's bad. What do I do?
Yeah.
I think the thing
So good.
about Barovia is it is quite literally showing there's no black and white. There's just tons
Yeah.
of shades of grey.
100%. Like everything exists in that
Just like the
wiggle
sky.
room. Whoa. Maybe we're actually playing in the sky, Matt. What the fuck?
Maybe it's
for
like
4 hour deep
Assassin's
dive.
Creed, and we're actually not in medieval
Oh my
times at
gosh.
all.
Oh my god,
Who knows?
That's where there's magic.
man. But like, and what you just said as well, Fen, where it's like, we get some answers, but then it just seems to open up more questions and more pathways. Like again, the mother thing. She's like, okay, bring the daughter here, right? Also, kill the kid, bring his bones, and put them in the reliquary, which she said is the only thing keeping that place safe. So I'm like, well, does that mean if we do that, the reliquary is no longer
No.
effective?
We're not bringing the bones to the reliquary. Like, we're bringing to the graveyard. But like she's saying, because of the reliquary, because of the holy bones in the reliquary, all that ground is consecrated.
It's
so there's
consecrated, exactly. But it's like, oh, I don't know if like maybe we might actually undo something by accident. Or
I'm feeling more like, okay, we kill the son, and I'm kind of feeling like the father is so fucking intent on protecting the son. We will have to kill him. Like, even if we knock him out, he will wake up and he will keep fighting us.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's also the sister that we've got to get. So it's like, okay, how do we get the sister into this place if we do come back? Because we only got in once because of Bob or whatever his goddamn name was, that guy. So it's like, okay, so how do we get back in? All right, fine. Say we don't go here. How the fuck are we going to get into that other place? They only want wine. Okay, we're going to have to go and do this wine thing. Shit. But what, like, it just feels like it's all opening up. And I'm just sitting there with all requests in Skyrim. Like, what do I do?
And the thing also is, I think we should get rid of the idea to find the best and good outcome, because no matter what we do, I think someone will be fucked.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that's definitely spot on as well. Like, there's no way you can do this without something going wrong.
Yeah, I'll definitely still to the stigma of Boindil's kind of thinking. That's why also, for example, he just tossed in the great axe and grabbed a hand axe, because it's just he just loves to barter, just loves to hack, even though the outcome is not necessarily good, but he's like, oh, I got something new for something.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
This kind of something new getting a feeling. And he doesn't even care that he just lost probably a shitload of money, because a great axe is probably way more expensive than a hand axe. But
he just likes the new shiny.
But then again, it's also perfectly fitting, because my brain, like I'm as a player, do not know the value of items yet. And I am totally trying to stay away from to know what is worth what, and try to find it out as my character.
Yeah, that's good.
Your character could ask.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's the thing I find weird. Like, I have to ask the DM what I actually know sometimes, which obviously makes sense.
That's the thing, though.
Weird.
This is the disconnection between character and player, but you have to get used to that. Like, one is not the other. There will always be a distinct discrepancy between them, and you will have to just boil that by communicating with the DM, and he will tell you what you need. It is a weird thing, but you have to get used to it. It's normal.
It's kind of fun at the same time as well.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is, because it feels like this world is something to explore. You don't know anything, really. Like, you have no idea how currency is, like, how much is one gold actually worth, or, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. With time, you probably will get the feel for it. But yeah, then again, as Theric said, just ask, but that's Boindil. It's like, go in there.
I mean, the funny thing, though, is I feel like he would have complained to any of us if we had not haggles, but he's like, okay, get something shiny, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the inevitable brawl in the tavern.
No, don't. Have you read the laws?
Have you read the laws? It's inevitable. It's gonna go down.
Guys, I'll tell you, my homework for you all, until next week, read the 3 pages of the laws, because it feels like everything is triggered to make the party go to jail. So let's try to avoid that.
Yeah. And also, like, I made a note of it, but guys, those posters and everybody being brainwashed in the town to be like, all will be well, okay? If you've watched that Avatar: The Last Airbender and you know about the Daleen agents, okay, everything is fine in Ba Sing Se, all right? There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Everything's fine. It's some fucking brainwashing. Oh man, I just want to get out of this place ASAP.
Am I thinking of a Bioshock game or something? Awesome. There's some game that's got like the same theme going, and my brain is exploding because I can't remember exactly what.
Yeah,
But
kind of. Or Lego Movie does the same thing.
Yeah.
fun thing is,
Oh no.
that's another point. Read the laws. There's actually laws that forbid you to make mockery of these festivals. There's laws that forbid you to not partake in these if you're staying longer than 5 days. There's laws that force you to help with them if you're staying longer than 5. There's tons of also about the festivals, so we should be aware of that, because if we look, another festival, and someone hears that and reports us, we're already criminals. Besides the point, we are already criminals because we, of course, went through the south gate. We didn't. We don't have any papers. We didn't report our weapons. So if we get controlled, we're fucked hard time. Which is why I feel like after we regathered, we'll just leave through the south gate for a while and go to the winery and whatnot.
Yeah.
And try to come back from the west.
Profile time.
100%.
We'll see you, Bandan.
Well, I think we're starting to get to that time, so let's swing over and check out Fenris, brother. What have you got going on for the remainder of the week?
For this week, it is more Warcraft 1. We made it through halfway of the Orc campaign on last Friday. We'll continue with that.
That's
really
amazing.
Warcraft 1, it's bringing back so many old memories. I played it when I was about 8 years old, and it's still such great fun.
Yeah.
Though, from nowadays, quality of life, you can only select one unit. You cannot draw a selection box. You have to hold shift to collect up to 4 units. That's the max that you can select and stuff like that. It's so weird nowadays, but that makes it even better, because it feels so old school because of that. And then on Sunday, I don't know. I'll have to talk with Boyd and Dino, because we've been playing Among Us, but there's a certain problem with more and more hackers, I feel. So we might have to think of a new game to play. Unless they finally drop their anti-cheating stuff. And then Monday we'll continue with the Search 2, and then it's already Dungeons Day again. So that's my week.
Whoop. Nice. Sounds good. Korm, brother, what have you got going on for the rest of the week?
Well, for the rest of the week, I will switch now from D&D to some Baldur's Gate, because I'm freaking addicted to that, and I want to see how it goes on. Then we've got tomorrow Spooktober going on. We're starting with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, playing this for the first time. I played the previous one where you're starting somewhere in the medieval era. Can't remember. I think it's just called Vampire the Masquerade without the Bloodlines thing. And I'm very excited to see how that evolved. Downloaded a shit tons of mods to make it look more prettier and even work on my PC, because it doesn't work on 180p if you don't have the patch. And that's basically just dragging through the whole week from tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, Friday and Saturday. Just Spooktober, and then break on the weekends, and then it's Tuesday again.
All right.
So a lot of spoopiness.
The chicken nugget is your boy. What have you got going on for the week?
Hello. Are we all touching our face when we start our productions?
It's the trend. Hashtag touch my face.
My plan is making sure I'm subscribed to Fenris' YouTube channel, and I've got the playlist ready so I can check out all the new episodes. I'm not a rapper. What? No,
What?
I'm not a rapper anymore. Although I'm a very variety streamer, which means I streamed 6 days last week actually. Most of them were very normie game, which was FIFA, because the new FIFA's coming out. I'm big on football. I have to play it. And this weekend is the first competitive weekend league, so I have to grind and see how it goes. So either I'll be playing Friday, trying to see how far I can get, or hungover on Sunday. We'll see if that's possible, and then maybe some Isaac or Among Us. We'll see. That was the last week's schedule, but yeah, I'm coming on to my Eden streak personal best record. So if we play Isaac, I'm gonna be smashing that probably. Yeah,
of course, 10 out of 10 personal best every time.
That is it for you, boy.
Yeah, boy. MrDinoRawrrz, Jesse, brother, what have you got going on this week?
All right, so this week I will probably play some Phasmophobia, which I am also, like, by any coincidence, I'm playing that tonight as well with Boyd. And yeah, I was thinking of doing some either Dead by Daylight or him, Northern Him from Angry Demon Studios, or even doing Epsilon. And I got a bunch of new like horror games, so I'm unsure which one to. Yeah, I'm unsure which ones to play. I think I'm gonna play Epsilon and do New Game Plus, and play it on the God mode, highest difficulty, and yeah, I'll see how that goes. And then yeah, for Sunday it's gonna be something co-op. Which co-op I don't know yet, because yeah, Among Us is getting kind of old. So yeah, we just have to find something new.
Over sus.
Yes, exactly.
Speaking of sus, Red Sea.
Hey, it's your boy, Mr. Sus.
Mr. Sus himself.
It's me. I strike again.
So, Rich, what you got in store for us?
Okay, so effective of tonight, once the maintenance window is complete, the pre-patch event for Shadowlands for World of Warcraft's next expansion will be in place, which brings in a load of changes to leveling in the way that that works in the world. There's a big level squish and all that kind of stuff. So I'm basically going to level every single tank ready on Alliance side, because I'm switching from Horde to Alliance. And I'm getting all the tank classes ready so I can play the best one, whatever the matter ends up being for the flavor of the month at the start of the expansion. We got, like, I don't know, another 15 absolutely amazing looking demos to go through from that are left over from the Steam Autumn Festival event. That was really, really sick. I played loads of those last night. It was really fun. Finding more and more epic games. So hopefully I can tear myself away from WoW to play some more of that. And I've been playing a lot of Genshin Impact, aka Breath of the Waifus. Kinda loving it. Super chill. Music is amazing. Anime biddies, if you know what I'm saying. It's great. So you could probably expect me to be chilling out with some chai tea on Sunday, blanket, cozy stream, really good music, and yeah, anime waifus can't go wrong. That's pretty much me until it's Dungeons Day again, and it's, you know, where we're gonna be, right here in Barovia, dying.
Oh yes.
Awesome.
Amazing.
And I guess that's going to be it from all of us from the Barovian Knights family. So thank you very much for everybody for watching. Thank you for Max for being an incredible DM. And don't forget, watch and subscribe at Fenris's YouTube.
Yep.
Should we start a Twitter hashtag? Why not do that?
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
Barovian Night.
So yeah.
Hashtags.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And remember,
Thank you
next
so much.
time, next Tuesday, same time,
Great time,
we'll
everybody.
be back.
Take care.
Bye.
Much love, everybody. Be safe. Bye-bye.